서울에 살지만 햄버거를 더 좋아하는 남미와
켈리에 살지만 김치를 더 좋아하는 지지가 얘기하는
Korean
American
culture.
culture.
레고 레고.
안녕. Welcome back to another Sidechat 깍두기 news. I'm Gigi.
Hi, I'm Damli. Welcome back, 깍두기들.
Yeah, we are so excited today because we have a special guest.
Yeah.
I first discovered her on Instagram and I was instantly drawn to her unique, authentic voice.
Yeah.
She kind of has this like very unique angle of how she's Korean, but she's also Black. Has a mom who is half Korean, and she was raised with all of these Korean cultural things.
She's from Busan, right?
Her mom is from Busan,
Busan.
and she currently lives in Utah. And she has this saying about mental health and how we should be powerful women and figuring out motherhood and how to being a wife and juggling all of these life things
You
together.
should learn about it.
We're excited to learn and also talk about special Korean cultural things.
For
So
sure.
her name is Charlie, and we're really excited to have her.
Me too.
We're so excited. We have Charlie here. She had just
Hi.
joined us.
Hello.
Give us a little bit of intro.
Well, I'm Charlie. I'm from New York City and I live in Utah now. And I have a 2.5-year-old toddler. And yeah, that's my life.
Your content is very like warmth based and there's a lot of like depth behind it. So we really appreciate that.
Thank you. I love hearing that because sometimes when you make content, you don't know what people are like perceiving. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Our topic today is definitely focusing on your journey as a Korean African growing up in US. And so give us a little bit of background of how you grew up with your mom being a Korean and living in America.
Yeah, so I grew up probably in one of the most diverse places on earth, just not in the United States. I grew up in Flushing, Queens, in New York City. And Flushing, you could walk down the street and you hear like 10 different languages. So, but it's predominantly when I was growing up, it was Chinese, American, Korean American, and Jewish American. So it was a very diverse place. And I grew up in like a Korean American church. So that's why I was surrounded by the Korean community. My mom was the only one who moved here to the States from her family. So that was like our second family. And yeah, my dad is from Jamaica, so both my parents are immigrants to the United States, and he served in the US Army, and that's how he met my mom. He met her in South Korea. He was on the border. He was a US Army, and he met her, fell in love, and then he wrote her letters. 2 years later, he brought her back to the States. They got married, and then they had my sister and me, and raised in Queens, and then now I live in Utah.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so I am very familiar with Korean church life because I am a Korean pastor's daughter myself.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I know how strong that church community is and the bond is. And I totally get it when you say it's almost like a second family. Would love to hear more about kind of your bond with your mom. I know looking at it back from now, your experience versus your friends' experience who don't have this Korean American mom. Like, how is that different?
I probably didn't experience that until junior high because most of my circle was Korean American. And then junior high, we went to a bigger school outside of like my neighborhood, and there was people from all over New York. And then I would meet people, and I don't look Korean, you know? So it was kind of hard for me to adjust for people who are not Korean American for a little bit because the way I was raised, even though my mom's half Korean, she didn't know her father and she didn't know any other culture than Korean culture. So she raised my sister and I very Korean, even though I didn't really speak the language. So when I met my friends who were like African American or Hispanic, I was like learning a new culture for myself. Um, and it was kind of a hard transition because they didn't understand why I didn't understand certain things and I don't look Korean. And yeah, it was a transition, but also I needed it. It was like healing because I look more like them and I can learn from them and their hair products that they use for their hair because my mom's hair texture was different from mine. So it was healing and like a little bit of a transition.
Cool. When you say that you were raised Korean, I want to kind of unpack what that really means to you.
Yeah. So my dad, even though he's from Jamaica, he moved to the States when he was 17. So he still felt like more American, and we didn't learn a lot about
Mhm.
the Jamaican culture, even though my grandma and my aunt lived in New York. So my mom, she spoke to us in Korean, and we would speak Konglish or like English back.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I would go home from school and it was Konglish because her English wasn't great when we were young. And I just understood her more. And now, as we got older, her English got better and we stopped speaking Korean. But we were raised very Korean because, the Korean American church, you're in the church almost every other day. Like there's
Yeah.
prayer night, there's youth group. So I was surrounded by that a lot, like Korean food, Korean dramas, Korean music. It was just in my household all the time.
That's amazing. Tamli, you had some questions as well, right?
So you understand a bit of Korean, right?
My Korean has so bad now, like, because I lived in Utah now for 7 years, and there's no Korean
Mhm.
people here, a very small percentage, and it's almost
Oh.
like I lost it completely, so, no,
Mm.
I don't it's so hard for me to understand most of it now, sadly.
Yeah. But I can see that you really love Korean heritage,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
So when do you feel like most Korean? You have Korean inside you.
Um, when I feel most Korean is when I'm surrounded by it. I recently went back to New York, last weekend,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
my mom and my whole family lives in New Jersey, and she took me to her church, and being around, like, all the, like, the ajumas and the halmoni, everyone's around, like, gathering around my son, it's something for my nervous system, like, I feel relaxed. Hearing
Mm.
Korean in the background just feels familiar and comfortable, and, um yeah, I feel most Korean when I'm around my mom and, like, the Korean American church, even though I don't attend a church here in Utah.
Mm.
And even when I, like, get into, like, a season of watching Korean dramas, which I go in and out of, I feel like home. Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
You're just quarter Korean, but you really love. I can see that you love Korean thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like
그러니까 제일
what brings
좋아하는
you
거.
back or like what makes you proud, that
Yeah.
really makes you want to keep growing into that direction and harvesting
Oh
that
my
side of you?
gosh. There's so many different reasons why, and I'm doing it now. I have a lot of
Mm.
regret a little bit because I pushed away my Korean side in my adult life for a little because in America, they're a little harsh. Um,
Yeah.
Especially the Black community, they were upset that I would say I'm part Korean because I don't look Korean, and they
Mm.
say, like, "You don't wanna be Black," but I'm like, "No, I am Black and I am Korean." It's just
Yeah.
Oh,
both,
okay.
And
Mhm.
why I keep coming back to the culture, it's because it's how I was raised, like, a lot of people like, immigrants in America, they say they're American when they become a citizen, right? So it's almost like
Mhm.
my culture, like, even though I was raised in America, I was raised Korean. Not
Mhm.
Jamaican, not really American, and I used to be really upset about my mom about that. I'm like, "I wish we had more American culture, like, a more of a mix," because
Yeah.
I don't look Korean, so it was really hard for me to go on retreats and, like, go different places with my Korean group, and everyone would look at my sister and I like, "What are you doing here?" So
Mm.
I used to regret it a lot, and now as I got older and I had a son, the
Yeah.
way I was raised is coming out. Now he's 2 and I'm like, "Goodness,
Mm.
I want him to try everything I tried, like, all the food I ate," and, when I was pregnant, that's all I craved, and when I'm
Yeah.
sick, I, like, only wanna eat Korean food. When I have a stomachache, only Korean food. So I'm like, "What is happening?" Like, I wish I didn't push it away for the last 10 years because it's inside of me. It's
Mm.
just something natural, and I also think the Korean culture, a lot of people say it's very competitive, I get it. It's a small country and they work hard, right? And, like, competitive with looks and profession, but also there's, like, such a positive side to it. I think Korean culture is very
Mm.
warm and welcoming, at
Mhm.
least for me. It
Mhm.
was hard growing up, but I always go back to it because I feel like when I meet someone who's Korean, even in Utah, and I tell them I'm Korean, I feel like I'm accepted right away. Like, "Oh, that's a family member," you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
That's why I keep going back to it because it's just natural, and I want my son to experience it, and yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think like when there's this like special bond between Koreans, like I think that's why also I wanted to reach out to you because
Mhm.
it's just something about it where you can tell that in Korean culture, if you say that you're Korean, it's like immediately like,
Yeah.
oh, you're
Right.
welcome. And like they all
Right.
talk to you in Korean, like in
Yeah.
Konglish and just like, I don't know if it's just like an Ajumma culture, but it's like definitely special, I think.
Yeah, definitely, I feel that.
We love talking about food. So you
Uh,
talked about food a little
Mm.
bit, but I also saw you making kimchi jjigae on your own.
김치찌개. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yes.
We yeah.
With
So
pork.
Yeah, with pork and
Yeah.
everything that looked
Was it
legit.
pork
So
belly?
Pork belly.
Okay, that's a great one.
Yeah, I actually got it from Costco. My husband got it from Costco. I didn't know they
Oh.
sold it out there.
oh wow. So like what are some Korean food that brings you right back? It might not be like fancy, right? Like for me it's like the sweet potato goguma
Oh, yeah.
or like
Yeah.
I know just like it brings you right back. So what are some of the tasty Korean food that brings you right back to where you were before?
When I was pregnant, I craved kimbap. Even though it's
Yeah.
so simple, like,
Oh.
I just crave that's all I ate when I was pregnant, and I had to find a Korean restaurant. I was like, I didn't even know. I lived in Utah for 6 years, and then I found all these Korean restaurants when I was pregnant, 'cause
Yeah.
my body wanted that, so kimbap, kimchi jjigae, miyeok-guk. I love, tteokguk, tteokbokki.
Mm.
Yeah, I
So
know.
your
With
family also love Korean food too?
Oh, yes, even my
When
dad.
you're oh.
He
Oh,
doesn't speak
nice.
Korean really well, it's, like, really bad, but he loves Korean food. He loves bulgogi a lot.
Oh.
oh.
Yeah.
We joke that like anything rice cakey is very only woman likes that. So
Uh,
like all of the guys there, even my
uh,
husband, like I have two daughters who's 9 and 12.
Mhm.
So all of us is like, oh, we want to eat tteokguk and tteokbokki,
Tteokbokki.
and then my husband's always like, ah, that again.
Yeah, I can eat that for days.
I know. I remember Tom when you were visiting here for an year, and Tom is not
uh.
like a big someone who like likes to cook all the time. But you made kimbap yourself,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
like
right.
you were so proud, and you were, like, showing us,
Yeah, I
"Well, look what
know.
I made."
I don't really
Yeah.
made it in Korea because there are tons of restaurants they sell kimbap, but in Palo Alto it was not. So I
Yeah.
tried to make it like a lot, and also I made kimchi stew a lot.
Mhm.
It's easy to make, right?
Yeah.
And you know that with kimchi stew, you can make egg roll,
Mhm.
계란말이.
Mhm.
Do you know
Mm.
계란말이?
Yes.
Yeah, 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 and that's really good.
I know you didn't, go to Korea for a while, Charlie, but
Yeah.
Tom has all
Oh,
the Korean food places if you
Oh,
wanna come.
I know you said that in the email. I'm like, "Oh, I wanna go so bad." I haven't been
I
back
know.
since I was 10 years old, and now
10 years old?
I know. My whole family's
Okay.
there still, so everyone grew up, and I wanna see everyone. My cousins were really young, we're around the same
Oh,
age. Now
Yeah.
they have their own families and kids. I'm 37 now, so it's been a long, long time
okay.
to
It's
Korea.
been like more than 25 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very different
Well,
now. It's
I
like
know, I
totally
heard.
different city. You were in Seoul or Busan? You
Busan and
were
Seoul, and then there was a big
oh, okay.
flood, so we couldn't stay in Seoul too long. So, yeah,
oh,
my family's all over,
Oh,
and I don't remember everywhere, but they're everywhere. They're all over Korea.
okay. Did
so you
your
wanna
mom
mm.
yeah, did your mom visit Korea as well, or she
Yeah,
didn't for a long time?
she does a lot by herself. It's easier to travel.
Oh.
She went 2 years ago. She's with, like, this Korean choir in her church, and they went as a big group, and she went to visit family, and I saw a picture, and there
Oh.
was so many people that I don't know. Yeah, I just wanna connect with them too. That's kind of the reason why I'm learning Korean too, because they don't speak English. Um
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
And, like, I think about my
Mm.
mom, she's older, and I don't want her to be the only connection to my Korean family, so I wanna learn
Mm.
Korean just to speak to them, and have that connection because I have such a big family there, and I don't
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what do
Yeah.
you want to try if you come to Korea?
I'm almost afraid to admit this, but there's, like, a wave in America, there's a trend where a lot of, like, Americans are going to Korea for all these, like, beauty treatments.
Ah,
Yep.
yeah, right.
I wanna do it all. I don't know where to go, and
Huh.
I had a lot of clinics reach out to me, and they're like, "Do you live in Korea?" I'm like, "No, when you come visit, come, and we'll give you free services." So I wanna not only
Oh,
eat the food, but I wanna
nice.
do, like, all the beauty services, you know?
Yeah,
You know,
it's like
Gigi
the
tried
best
it when
place.
she visited to Korea, right?
Yes, I did try it. I we actually talked about it in one of our episodes. It didn't come out yet,
Mm,
but yeah,
K-beauty.
it's scary, but it's also exciting at the same time. So I think it's
Right.
worth trying.
Yeah. What do
Yeah.
you recommend? Like, what procedure or, like,
I mean, I think the great thing about Korean beauty, is that they definitely look at your whole face and they personalize the experience for you.
Mhm.
So I think like for me, I'm also a person who just like trusts doctors, whatever they say. I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about this. So, whereas my husband will do his own research and like does like
Mhm.
thousand homework. So when I go there, I just like listen to them like, okay, what is happening with my face? I am 42 now. So like, what are some things that could improve? But like, I just give them like a limitation of like, I just want to look natural, but I want to keep aging gracefully. So what are my procedures that you recommend? And then they give you like all the different things. And every year they have something new. So I don't even know what to study because they're like, this year, there's this thing that's good for this thing. And last year, if you came, it would have hurt more. But now it's like the downtime is, so many
it
new
changed
things.
really
It's like,
fast.
Yeah, I want to do that. I also want to see my family. I want to eat everywhere. I'm gonna gain like 20 pounds. I want to eat all day, every day, because the food looks
For
so
sure.
good.
You should you should visit the traditional markets in Seoul or
Yeah.
Busan. It's really fun. Yeah. The people there are so warm, and friendly.
Oh, nice.
And there's so much, good food, like street food.
Yeah, traditional markets.
You
Yeah,
should try
I
it.
want to go see that.
Yeah.
going back to a little bit on how you restarted your Korean learning journey, is that kind of going back to what you just told us, where you wanted to make sure that you keep that alive and you connect with all of your family back in Korea?
Yeah, I just had a lot of regret. I looked at my mom and she still has like a language barrier. She learned English, but it's
Yeah.
even when I went to see her last weekend, I don't know, I feel like her English got worse and there's still like a language barrier. And I said this on my Instagram too. Like my mom is so funny in Korean, like
Yeah.
friends are always laughing at her. And I'm like, I feel like I don't get all her jokes. Like she's funny in American, but like I want to really understand, like I feel like there's missing. Like she must be funnier in Korean. So I want to do that before it's too late and like connect with my Korean family and also teach my son. Like he's 2, so it's so cute hearing him say Korean words back to me.
Yeah.
It would be really cute.
G-
I watched your reels. You learn that how to speak in Korea, 간식. Do
Kanji.
you remember that snack?
Yeah.
But we say "Kka-kka" to baby
Like
snack.
cracker?
Yeah,
What is that?
it means snack. But we have a kind of a baby talk. Like
Oh,
this is kind of funny because you don't really talk to babies snack. You
uh-huh.
can say "kaka." Like snacks are "kaka."
Gotcha. Oh, that'd
"Kaka."
be easy for
That's
him
so
to
cute,
say.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. It's
And
adorable.
yeah.
yeah. And also like we can say dirty. It is 더럽다, 더러워.
Mhm.
But we say Jiji.
Gigi.
Jiji.
Oh, yeah. My mom
Jiji.
said that a lot
Yeah.
when I was growing up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Everything is
But
Gigi.
your name is Gigi.
My name's
Your name
Gigi.
Gigi. Yeah.
Different Gigi.
This is funny. Yeah, different Gigi. So it's kind of a toddler language.
I never heard Kka before, but I heard Gigi. I'm gonna say it to my son now. He's gonna love
Yeah.
it.
Gigi.
And I think we wanted to talk about raising kids in America and trying to keep some Korean culture in them or teaching them Korean. So for me, I have 2 daughters, 9 and 12, and my husband is Chinese Canadian.
Oh,
So he doesn't speak Korean either. So yeah, it's super hard. I was talking to Tommy about like, how can we talk about this? And there's like of course, there's like no perfect answer, but what are your kind of process right now?
well, I think it's unique because I'm taking Korean lessons. Like right after this, I have my first class of my second level. So naturally, what I'm learning, I'm just saying it to him, so it helps me practice. And he's learning to speak English, so it's perfect. But I feel like if I wasn't learning Korean, he wouldn't be learning, with me. And it's
Yeah.
hard. There was a resistance too with my sister and I growing up. Like we rebelled for some reason. We're like, no, we're not going to take these Korean lessons when we were little. But especially like I understand your situation. Like my husband is white American, so he's not speaking Korean to my son. But it's also healing in a way because it's so nice. Like he gets to experience what I experienced growing up.
I am going through what you and your sister went through, where my daughters are, I think like up until 2 years ago when K-pop was rising,
Yeah.
they would tell me when I just try to speak to them in Korean, they would be like, "Oh, speak to us in normal language, please."
My God.
맞아, 맞아.
Normal language.
Right.
I
It
was
is.
like, oh, I know. But I think I also have a lot of other friends who have their kids who, Korean American, they were born here and they're trying to like keep that alive. And some of my friends just like let it go. They're like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's like, they're not going to use it to get into college or anything. Um, and some family try to talk Korean as much as they can in Korean in their household. My case, I did stop speaking to them in all Korean.
Mm.
But I think the biggest thing that I continue to do is keeping the Korean cultural
Mhm.
fun or educational elements or
Yeah.
experience alive.
Yeah.
And of course, I visit Korea at least once a year
Oh, nice.
because my family lives there. So
Uh-huh.
when K-pop was becoming really popular, both of my girls wanted to learn Korean again.
That's funny.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing that I would say is what you're doing, not necessarily just Korean language and really focusing on that, but
Mhm.
also keeping that Korean warmth, Korean cultural
Yeah.
food, and how you greet each other and how that kind
Mhm.
of like family system work and how, just like little things that is culturally different and
Mhm.
Korean. If you
Yeah.
keep that alive, and keep it going, I think
Mhm.
your son will still keep
Mhm.
his Korean pride, I think, in
Oh,
him, just like you. And one day he'll be like, yeah, I want to learn it too.
yeah, I feel
Mhm.
like that's happening naturally, even if I don't speak Korean to him day to day. He only
Yeah.
wants to listen to K-pop because of K-pop Demon
Oh.
Hunters. We were driving home today from the cafe, and he was like, "K-pop, K-pop," and like, okay, so he likes it.
So cute.
And I love that you say that, like the culture and the warmth. And oh
Mm.
my gosh, this is crazy. My son goes to daycare like part-time.
Yeah.
And his teacher, there's not a lot of Korean Americans here. His teacher's Korean.
Oh,
Yeah, she found my
nice.
Instagram and she's like, I want to message you. And I didn't know you were Korean. And I
Oh.
didn't know she was Korean either because she had an Australian.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, and yeah, so she, like I think she's, like, kinda playing favorites with my son, but it made me so
Yeah.
happy hearing that, like, his teacher is Korean, and she was
Mm.
confused because he has really straight hair, you know? She's like,
Mm.
"Oh, that
Oh.
makes sense," like, he's
Oh.
so he has some of that
Okay.
culture, and she made us kimchi, like, for me to take home, and it just
Yeah.
made me so
Oh.
happy, like, ever since I started sharing my story online, I didn't think anyone would
Uh-huh.
care, but so
Uh-huh.
many people DM me, like you guys, and, like, finding out his teacher is Korean, like, I was missing out on this community that I didn't realize I actually still need, even though I'm
Yeah.
living in Utah,
Mm.
so it's been really cool.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's really cool.
we love Korean and sharing Korean
Yeah.
community. And I think like one of the word that we talk about a lot is like Jung, which is like
All right.
not, yeah, it's not something that you can really
Translate.
translate easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
just
sharing
like,
kimchi.
yeah.
Sharing kimchi is Jung.
Is there any words like that, Charlie, that you came along that I know you covered one word
Uh-huh.
in your Instagram, but any other words that you were like, ah, I wish like there was like a direct translation here.
When I was falling in love for the first time, I felt like "I love you" wasn't enough, and that's when I realized, "Oh my
Huh.
god, I'm so Korean," because I wanted to say it in Korean to him. He's not Korean,
Okay.
he was American. So it was like those
Uh-huh.
Oh.
weird experiences growing up where I'm like, Korean
Mm.
language makes more sense for certain words that are deep. I don't know if you
Uh-huh.
experienced
Uh-huh.
that,
Mm.
but for me, still to this day, like, I still feel like when I say, like, "I love you," I feel like "사랑해" makes more sense for me.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Yeah, I forget that, like, that's just so strange, like, I don't speak Korean every day, but I think Korean words encompasses the feelings better than American words.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really interesting. I think another thing that I
Mm.
found it interesting was there was a word called 눈치. Do you know that word,
Oh,
Charlie?
okay.
Yeah, I've heard it a
눈치.
lot, I can't
Yeah.
translate it, like
Yeah,
It's
so
like
눈치, yeah,
uh,
Tam you can tell
reading
us.
the room, right? It's a
mm,
power for reading a room.
Yeah.
So we say like 눈치, quick 눈치, or you don't have 눈치 like that.
Yeah.
oh,
눈치가 없네. 눈치가 빨라.
I don't think I've heard
That's
this word a
we say.
lot. Like, how
It's kinda like
Uh-huh.
EQ, so, like, if you're in
Yeah,
a
right.
room and something's not going well, and there's one
Uh-huh.
person who doesn't understand that, and then the person's, like, continuing to, like, trying to be funny or, like, continuing to, like, go down the same path, and everyone's like in
Uh,
Korea, it'll be like, "Oh, don't stop doing that, like, get understand what's happening," right? Like, that's called 눈치. I think 눈 is
read the
eye.
room.
right.
Like
Yeah,
yeah.
read the room.
Um,
Oh, and I saw you had a first birthday party of your
Oh,
baby in
yes.
Korean way.
yeah.
Was it your mom's idea?
Oh,
It
yeah,
was really great.
definitely not my
Oh,
idea because I didn't even have one like that. I didn't have a
okay.
birthday. I think
Oh.
I got married during 2020, the pandemic, so everything was
Mhm.
closed, and I
Okay.
think
Uh-huh.
my mom wanted to do his first birthday really big, so that's why we did
Oh.
it.
How was
Was
it?
it
It was great. Like, I was kinda blown away. I wasn't part of the planning because I don't live where in New Jersey, so when I
uh
Uh-huh.
showed up, I was like, "There's a whole, like, schedule," and I couldn't believe it. I was like, "There's so many people here that never met him before," and he had so many
Oh.
presents, and so many people prayed over him, and I just felt so loved. It was a lot. It was long. It was
Uh-huh.
tiring, but I could see that my mom was so proud, so That makes me happy.
And you did a 돌잡이. Your kid did
Mhm.
돌잡이, right?
Yeah.
And
So
he
he
picked
picked out the microphone and the stethoscope. So doctor
yeah,
and
right.
entertainer.
Okay.
Nice.
The room went crazy. They were like, "Oh my gosh, yes!"
Oh,
They were
yeah.
so excited.
Yay! Like,
Yeah,
I can see
Tanli was
that.
telling me, yeah, that stethoscope is still like the most popular one.
Yeah.
Of course.
For
And
sure.
money. Yeah.
And money.
Money. And people just added things like headphones, instruments, like or golf balls too.
Oh, what's a
Yeah.
golf ball for?
Golfer.
Oh, good.
Be a
Just golf?
pro golfer.
Pro golf. Is
Yeah.
golf really big in Korea?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
some of really good golfers are Korean.
Okay, I really don't know much
Yeah.
about golf, but I can see that. 'Cause a
Okay.
lot of, like,
Yeah.
my Korean American, like, parents, they're play golf, so I'm like, "Okay."
Well, this was
Okay.
super awesome, Charlie. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I am so happy that we got to share this time and especially share some Jung and, the Korean community. And I think it's really heartwarming when we know that we're all in separate places, but we have the same kind of mindset and same kind of love that we share. So thank you again for joining.
Thank you guys. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. This was really fun.
I
And
know.
just visit Seoul.
Yeah. Visit
Someday.
Seoul and
I'll be
then
a
we'll all
guide for
go.
you.
Yeah. I will let you know if I actually do come this fall. If not, next year, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be here. We'll be ready. That was Charlie.
Yeah, and Charlie's Insta is Charlie W Smith. This one is Charlie's Insta. There are so much great contents in Charlie's Insta.
Yeah,
So
a lot of her contents are very healing,
I
very
know.
heartwarming.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of meat into her content, unlike our content. She's like she's like the main kimchi, where like
Oh,
we're
okay.
the
Yeah, right.
side. But
Uh-huh.
if you want some like real, like hearty
Mm-hmm.
content where it's gonna give you more knowledge about Korean culture and like
Right.
struggles of life and you know overcoming a lot of the adulting things, go follow Charlie because she has
So
great
like
pointers and she's like very awesome. So that was great. I
yeah.
hope that you guys had some fun. So before we go,
Mhm.
don't forget to DM us at
Mhm.
Sidechat News for any other topics that you want to cover. If you want
Yeah.
to connect us with other half Koreans, quarter Koreans, where we can share our jang together, talk about our
Yeah.
community, we would love that. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining. We'll
Yeah.
see you again next week.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.